Welcome to eVoogle. Dogs can have different behavioral problems. Understanding why your dog misbehaves, why it occurs, or what the triggers are will help you handle the situation and resolve the problem quickly and help them change their behavior. Here are the basic principles that can be applied to almost all cases. Number 1. Control your dog, and you will be in control of the situation. Using the collar and leash, you can be in control of your dog. For many dogs, these elements mean that you have to behave well, that it is not time to play, and this could be very useful in a problematic situation. A dog that goes on its leash cannot walk away or chase people. In addition, your owner has the option to help you understand what you can do. Number 2. Be positive. Instead of saying no, try giving your dog something positive to do for you, such as sitting or walking together. This positive attitude allows you to reward your dog generously for his good deeds, rather than just yelling at him. For example, a dog that jumps over visitors can be taught to sit. Number 3. Allow your dog to be a dog. Often, what owners consider a behavior problem is simply normal behavior that they find unpleasant or annoying. For example, making holes. This is a natural canine activity, but unpleasant for the owner of a beautiful garden. Instead of challenging your dog for what he does naturally, it may be better to set up an area where you can vary small pieces of food to make it more attractive than the rest of the garden, and reward your dog for digging into your garden. Whenever natural behaviors conflict with what you want, be creative and see if you can find an outlet for your interests and activities that is right for the both of you. Before we continue, make sure you hit like and subscribe and click on the bell so you'll get notified whenever we release a new YouTube video. And thank you so much for subscribing, because it lets us know that you're enjoying watching our videos. Let's continue. Number 4. Be consistent. It is unfair for the dog to change the rules depending on what clothes you are going to wear, who is coming to visit, or what mood in a day you are in. If your dog is allowed to climb on the furniture, he will be confused when you yell at him because Aunt Martha is visiting, and she thinks dogs should not sit on chairs. If the dog is allowed to jump when you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt, don't be surprised if your dog can't tell the difference between that and your best evening dress. Whatever your rules, be consistent. Number 5. Make your dog earn what he wants. Some need gifts from time to time, but your dog won't think you're a wonderful owner if you play, go for a walk, feed him, and pet him every time he asks you. Indeed, this often brings problems since, from the dog's point of view, he has an owner who can be trained, and who is not one who deserves much respect. Teach your dog to ask please, sitting, throwing himself, or obeying another command before getting what he wants. Number 6. Be clear. Often, owners confuse dogs by changing the words of the commands, repeating it over and over again without showing the dog what it means, and worst of all, you'll assume that the dog understands. When in doubt, show your dog exactly what you mean by giving the command at the same time, so you can associate the two. Use clear commands when addressing your dog, and be sure to reward him in a cheerful, enthusiastic, and optimistic tone. Remember that while we use words, dogs are masters at reading body language. If with your body you say something to your dog, but your voice tells your dog something else, he will most likely believe your body language more. This is why people who go to their dog by shaking their finger as if to say, no, 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 often receive a playful bark. Their body language is more like a dog inviting to play than an annoying or angry dog. Number 7. Exercise, exercise, exercise. The most common cause of behavior problems in dog is boredom and lack of exercise. While you work or go out, your dog has very little or nothing to do, and his need for exercise does not go away. A family garden or house is boring, as well exercising on their own without the interaction of their owners. Take some time to play with your dog, jog, walk in the park, swim, or take long walks every day. A tired dog is always a dog that behaves well. Number 8. Provide mental stimulation. According to Dr. Roger Abrantes, a Portuguese author on the behaviors of animals, with a PhD in evolutionary biology and ethology, and a Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, 1/3 of your dog's food ration should be used as treats during training, 1/3 to be delivered to the food plate, and 1/3 to be hunted. Try using toys like the Buster Cube, which is an ingenious toy that your dog will have to work persistently with to receive a little food each time. This Home Alone 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 program helps your dog expend energy and provides plenty of stimulation. Number 9. Study your dog's genetic heritage. Whether you have a Doberman or a Beagle, a Samoyed or a Westie, it's important that you understand what your dog was raised for. Owners often forget that the behavior that drives their dog to run or stay nearby, hunt or protect, chase and kill or herd, work with people, or work independently are the result of generations of careful, selective breeding. Inquire about the history of the breed and talk to people who understand the characteristics of the breed. You may find that your Bobby's tendencies, while annoying or funny, are precisely what make him what he is. You can decide how best to work with your dog's instincts and where you need to focus your training efforts. Number 10. Train your dog. Every dog should know some basic manners because they are not born knowing how to behave. Take your time to train your dog on a consistent basis using kind, positive methods. Look for classes that match the methods and philosophy you like. If you're faced with a behavior problem you can't solve, ask trusted people to recommend an experienced trainer and get professional and prompt help. The sooner you start working on the problem, the sooner you will have it solved. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.